And we are here.
We're here. So
Welcome everyone
exciting.
to another episode of LUMENIGHT. So today we have our beautiful Rose Demon. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I would love to. I am Syrene. I'm the Rose Demon, Mistress of the Rose Castle. Hi. Thank you for having me.
So our first segment of the show is going to oh my god, I know her.
Oh my god. You know me?
Oh my gosh, you're famous, Syrene.
I'm not.
So our first part of the show is going to be brief introductory things, very basic questions. But let's start off our first question as we start off as always. What made you decide to become a VTuber?
Ooh. Excellent question. Well, one day it was like playing dress up and I was like, I can do this. And that was it. I had that idea and I was like, I want to play dress up. I wanna put a cute little outfit on. And so I did. That was it.
And that outfit turned into a whole entire model and a whole entire design.
Certainly. It very much started as a simple idea of like, ooh, what if? And then the what if became, oh, here's an idea, and then the idea became this is a whole elaborate plan now. So that one initial idea of dress up became a very fully realized thing. Certainly.
What inspired your design? What or who?
Oh, that is my favorite question. That is my most favorite question. I'm very much themed around 90s anime villains. So I have a very dramatic look into the inspiration. Very specifically, though, I'm very big into Revolutionary Girl Utena. That's where a lot of the Rose theme, Rose imagery comes from. It's a series about a beautiful, gorgeous woman who decides that she wants to be a prince that saves princesses. And then, here I am.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. Oh my gosh. When you said 90s villains, it reminded me of, oh my gosh, I don't remember her name, but it was like the queen from Sailor Moon.
Queen Beryl?
Yes.
Yeah, what a woman, am I right?
She knew how to get what she wanted. That's
yes,
for
ma'am.
sure.
Yes,
That is
ma'am.
for sure.
She sure did.
What about the color of your eyes? What made you want to go for the goldish color?
I am a good sucker for color theory, so the red and black are very synonymous with one another, but I needed a pop. And I think something very specifically about golden eyes, and especially golden glowing eyes, feels very what's the word? It's very unhinged for a demon. It's very feral looking.
Unhinged.
Yeah, it's very unhinged, especially when they can glow.
That is super cool. Oh, the glow actually reflects off your glasses.
Ma'am.
Oh my gosh, there's science. Wait.
Yeah.
Is that science? Is that
it can be. It probably is. I can tell you about colors. Not too sure about science, but it's happening. It's certainly happening.
What was I gonna say? I think one of my most fun classes I took in school was also color theory. Oh, I moved my whole overlay. Let me put that back.
Color theory is very fun. Yeah, I think the gold is very it stands out very much. I could make my eyes red, and that may be featured somewhere, but I think something about having this elegant kind of look, to have a very dainty touch of gold, was just a nice fun touch. It also looks good with the silver.
It really does.
Oh,
it's not like too much of anything.
Ah.
And there it is. I'm gonna regret having my monitor screen brightness up 100%.
Yeah. So we'll power down here so that we don't blind you.
When you did that the first time, I was literally like the meme of the cat that looking at the bright monitor screen.
Oh no. Oh no. I like this.
Because I was only looking at your model on my first monitor through VTube Studio and the background was black. So like when your hair was glowing white, it was just so much brighter than it actually was.
Right. So we'll tone it down for right now. Black is nice and sleek.
It's beautiful either way though.
Thanks.
So out of everything that you have created so far, what was your most like proud project that you worked on, whether that be your model design, branding design, or something like that?
I think as a whole, I'm really proud of I want to say, of course, like the whole model design, because I actually did design I designed the full model. Pan the VTuber, Pan the bread, she's my art mama, but I made the whole design and I like had it on a piece of paper and I like slid it. Like imagine that dramatically. I just I did a sketch and I slid it across the desk and she picked it up and went, wow, that's it. And I was like, yeah, yay, exciting. Wonderful. So she absolutely loved the design, so it feels very successful in that, right? And I think the overall brand of what I am and who I am, I'm very proud of that image.
So were you excited when she approved the design?
Yeah. So how do I put this? There are many very cute VTubers, very ooh woo. I am unfortunately not ooh woo. My voice is not ooh woo, so I wanted a design that would fit my voice. I wanted something that felt right, so I made the design to feel right, and then I handed it to her, and she did get to hear my voice, and she said, "You're beautiful and it's perfect." And I was like, "Yes, I've done it." Like it was a very feel good moment for me when that happened. So uh I think all in all, like I'm very proud of this. I'm very proud of this idea I had that I was able to fully realize, see it come to fruition, and now I'm here. So I'm very proud of it.
What about the background that you used for the streams? Did she also create that?
Oh, no, actually, there is a very talented artist by the name of Nalem. Nalem actually, oh, poor Nalem. I'm very particular about a lot of aesthetic choices, and I'm very much associated with like uh, high-end dramatic gothic visuals. So, I I'm just like, hey, psst, nail him. I have this idea, and I send him references, and he's just cracked and crazy, and he makes he's made all of my background art for sure, all of the different rooms of the castle,
Oh,
which is very cool of him.
I know exactly who you're talking about because I wanted to commission Nayland for a personalized bedroom design. I didn't know if I wanted to commission him now for one or if I wanted to wait until I get a 2.0 model in case my design is slightly different. But he did
Right.
come out with a free to use asset, and it's the cozy bedroom that I have, which is this one.
Right. He's an absolute delight. He's very wonderful to work with. I recommend him 100%. He is by far probably my favorite person to work with actually. He's very talented in what he does. So if anybody needs some background aesthetics, that's your person to go to. But yeah, he makes them for me, and yeah, I just have very specific interests and visuals in mind, and he does a fantastic job in creating that and fully realizing the concepts.
Oh yeah, he's super talented. He actually made this one that's in the background right now. Although I'm using the Okimi one, which is made by somebody else.
Right,
But
right.
he's like, I think
I
he's like
have
really
seen
well
it.
known.
It's very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
Right. He's so cool. Mm.
Although I think I feel like he's just really well known. He's made backgrounds for so many people.
Yeah, he's very, very talented, and he's very good at what he does. So I could only imagine everybody's just running to him, because every time he makes something for me, I'm always like blown out the water by what he makes.
Oh yeah, definitely. What is the greatest achievement that you have so far? I know you haven't been VTubing long, but
Right.
what's one of the achievements that you have?
Excellent question. I would say the fact that I was very proud to hit affiliate within like a week. So like it took me like a full 7 days and I immediately hit affiliate. So I was really happy for that. We had a wonderful turnout for debut. Debut was so much fun. And I am like within 1 month of my debut, and I'm like I think like literally a few away from like 1K, so I'm about to celebrate that too, and I'm like so excited about it. It feels like a really wonderful opportunity. So yeah, these are all really exciting things. And hey, I get to do a podcast. I'm in a podcast within my 1 month of debuting, like within my 4 months of streaming. So another wonderful achievement, I would say.
Oh, and you got accepted into a group too.
Yeah, and I got accepted into Okimi. So yeah, I'm just like kind of here, just very, very excited. It's very overwhelming, the level of like just these like accomplishments that like I'm working very hard, but it's very nice, and I'm very grateful for like the opportunities that are being handed to me, and yeah, I'm just really excited about all of it.
What wave are you in Akemi? Are we in the same wave? Are you in wave 3 or 2?
I'm in wave 3.
Oh, we're in the same wave. Oh wait, I didn't get the
Yay!
interview call.
Wave 3. Yeah.
There was like a lot of people in that interview call, but I know a couple. There was somebody with a much younger voice. I remember you having the more mature voice, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. My voice does stick out.
I have no idea how I would describe my voice. I would agree that I also do not have an uwu voice. I can make an uwu voice.
I think your voice is wonderful. It's quite lovely.
Although my voice does turn into an uwu voice only when I'm speaking to somebody who's like in customer service. Like if I'm talking to a waitress or somebody handing me my food, then I turn on the uwu voice. I'm very biased to service workers because they deal with people every day, and I just want to be nice to them.
Yeah, it is not easy to do what they do, and I think common courtesy and respect goes a very long way.
Yeah, it makes me very upset when there's like a custom, like for example, I went to a department store, a hardware store, because I wanted to buy a hammer. I don't even remember why anymore. But there's a guy that was yelling at one of the cashiers because he couldn't return a $5 light bulb. She says that he couldn't return it because it's past 90 days, and he proceeded to yell at her about it.
Oh, well, can we not do that? Perhaps have we considered lowering our voices? Going outside, reflecting, not behaving like this? Have we considered?
Exactly.
My goodness.
I was just like, sir, I think you'll live without the $6.
Yeah, sure will. I'm sorry, sure will. Life will be okay, $6 or not. I can guarantee. It's unfortunate that some people cannot maintain common courtesy. It does not hurt to be a good person. It does not hurt to be kind. It's in fact free. It's free and it's easy. Like,
Like,
I hate to break it to him, but
oh my gosh, I wanted to give him $6 just so that he would stop yelling at the poor. She was pregnant, actually, too.
wow, it gets worse by the second. I see. It only gets worse. Okay, please, sir, leave now.
Exactly. So
Yes.
like the manager of the building had to go and talk to him, and I was like, oh my god, now he has to waste this dude's time over a light bulb.
That's not good, and I don't like that. So, yeah, we hate that. Me and my friends, we hate that guy.
Yeah, forget that guy. He sucks.
He sure does. Don't act like that.
What are
Everybody point and laugh.
everybody pointing like So now we're gonna move on to the next segment on the show, which is gonna discuss more in-depth details about your content creation journey. I actually asked a question early because one of them was a mouse that was actually for this section.
Right.
But which one of your creative projects inspires you to make more content?
Ooh. Well, I am a variety streamer, so you can expect me to do all kinds of things. I certainly do all kinds of things, but I think now that I'm starting to get into ASMR, that is something that's going to inspire more content. I wish to be an Otome character. I have I have a lot of plans for Otome themed like visual novel content. A goal of mine is to kind of be featured as a voice actor or to make some kind of appearance or to do any kind of work within visual novel or Otome content. Very specifically, if I could be any part of like a Yuri project, I would be so proud to do that. That is a dream of mine, and I would love to work hard towards that dream to make it a reality, even if I have to do it myself. So that will continue to inspire future content to come and more projects to come for sure.
That would be so cool. I never even thought about voice acting. I guess, well, and this is gonna sound horrible, but I don't have much confidence in my voice other than narrations.
Your voice is lovely. You should have confidence. I mean,
I'm
you
working
run a
on it.
podcast. I think folks like listening to your voice for sure.
Whoa, I never thought of that.
Right. You're the host of a podcast. I do think people would like to hear your voice.
Oh, you're the sweetest thing ever. Stop. What tips or advice do you have for other people wanting to work in ASMR specifically?
Oh, well, first things first, do not panic. I think that it could be very, very overwhelming. And I think getting into streaming and getting into content creation could be very difficult because there's this grandiose comparison between maybe perhaps yourself and other streamers. But do not panic and stay strong. You will get through this. It may take some time to learn all that you may need to get started, but the biggest thing is to believe in yourself and take that first step. And that really applies to anything, but very specifically with ASMR, there are so many people who are very, very proficient in what they do. And there's all of this equipment, and there's all kinds of different ways to do ASMR. So I think just to take a deep breath and to believe in yourself and take that first step and to do what feels good for you is a great way to start. And then, you know, you find your niche and you figure out what works for you as you go, for sure.
Out of all the mics that you have, and I know you kind of mentioned it off stream, but what's your favorite mic to use?
I think probably this one. I do like this microphone a lot. This is an Audio Technica. I think I sound good on this one. Mm-hmm.
I think you sound good on any mic.
Ones are more. Oh, really? Thank you. I really appreciate it. This is probably my favorite one of the bunch for sure. Um, it's also special because it was gifted to me. Um, this microphone was gifted to me, so I'm very very honored to be able to use this microphone. So it feels special. Um, the 3DO is still something very new to me, and it's very powerful. So I'm still working on taming that beast, but I would say this one is my comfort microphone for sure.
Oh my! I only have one mic, and that's I also have a HyperX Quadcast.
Yeah, it's a great microphone. It's also very pretty.
It is so pretty. Mine is purple. All the lights on my PC said are purple. I'm very biased to purple.
Yeah. Hey, it's an excellent color for sure.
But I think that I also have a purple crystal ball at my desk.
Oh, as you should. Is that not mandatory? Is that not a requirement?
Priorities. Not everything on your desk has to be a piece of tech.
Very true. I have I'm looking at my desk right now. I have a rock Pikmin plushie. He's very goofy. That's my little son. Also necessary.
Is it one of the plushies that's inside of your tower, or is it just on the desk?
It's just on the desk. I have to look at him. I love him. I keep him. I love him very much. He's very near and dear to my heart. So I do keep him on my desk. He is right under my monitors, and there is not even a single thought behind his eyes, and I think that that's great.
Not a single thought behind little Pikmin's eyes.
No, not even one.
Oh my gosh. So when you come up with a new idea for whether that be something that you're designing for your stream or a new idea on content creation, what's your creative process?
Well, I typically start keeping like notes, which I feel that if you are doing content creation, there has to be some way that you're keeping notes or like recording any kind of ideas, any kind of creative process. You should be like regularly like writing something down or keeping some kind of note, whether it's to yourself or if you have to share that with others. Actually, in my like Discord server, I even have like now a channel like for ideas, like if I need to post something immediately so I don't forget. Like I try to do my best to be very forthcoming, but I am a sucker for writing things down. I have a very dramatic looking handwriting, and I'm one for stationery, so I find myself writing things down all the time. I'm very dramatic. I like fountain pen and ink. Like I'm just keep that in mind. I have to. So I bust out the inks and the pens and I start writing stuff down. And so that is very typically like the immediate process for me is like I need to write it down. Um, and I think upon writing it down, I'll think about it. I'll step away from it. I'll come back to it after having thought about it a little further. And once I have a solid idea, the next step is how do I further that idea? Because any idea is a fantastic starting point. But to make something good, how do I make it good? How do I make it better? How does it stand out? Or, I mean, this might sound even very cruel, but it's like, why would anybody care? And me and you have talked about this. I come from art school. I'm in fact an art major, and that was a learned thing for me. Was actually going into an art studio and quite literally having a professor like listen to students go on about their passions and the things that they have physically created. And I watched a professor, when probably my favorite professor while I was in school. She looked at somebody and said, "Well, why should I care? So what?" And I think that changed the course of my life forever because it is very true. So what? What does that mean? Or, why should it matter? And I think once you have that line of thinking, the idea of like defense, of defending this thing, if you had to defend your ideas with your life on the line, can you? Will you? And so that's like how far I'll go into like these ideas. Like, is it good enough? And if it's not, how do I make it good enough? How do I make it matter? How do I make it really good? Yeah, that's my full, very dramatic process. And yeah, it goes into the same thing with like art and whatnot. But
I know your professors, like, because my professors were the same way. They're very like cutthroat, so that gives you a good idea in the long run on how you want to carry on.
right, yeah,
But
it's
it was very
and it's
helpful
a
though.
very important professional way. Yeah, it is very helpful because I think with content creation, right? There are so many people creating content all of the time, right? All of the time, but to stand out and to make a difference and to make very specific ideas, right? Like for example, I'm somebody with very niche, very niche interests. So if I wanted to cater to that very specific niche interest, um okay, so what? How do I make it count or how do I make it matter? And I think it's that line of thinking will push an idea as far as I can take it. Um, so that's like part of my creative process. It sounds kind of brutal and cutthroat now that I'm saying it out loud, but I promise it's not that bad. It's just like the immediate like forthcoming idea to create anything. Um, is something worth creating, and if I am creating it, who's my target audience, and upon even my target audience, right, what makes this different from other content creators? um questioning yourself is very important, and questioning the things that you make and why you want to make it is very important. So just part of the process.
I had no idea that my mic was muted.
I was about to say, I was like, I wonder if she's muted.
I was muted. I was muted.
No, you're fine.
But I asked, what do you do when you have creative block or burnout?
Ooh, I'm very stubborn, so I don't feel like I personally have burnout much, but I have experienced it. I can't say that I'm like, invulnerable to this, because I'm very much a go-getter kind of individual. So I function in a way where I feel like I'm too busy for burnout, if that makes sense. Very stubborn. However, to get that creative block and to technically experience burnout, because I have experienced burnout before, it's very important to take that step back, to walk away from something and to think. It's also important to walk away and not think. Revisit things with a clear mind, with a clear lack of judgment, with no other thought. Because sometimes you're working on something so intensely that you kind of lose sight of things, because you're like, you're tunnel visioning, and it could be very hard to see the big picture when you're looking at one aspect of it, one area. So it's very important to take to take breaks and to take step backs, and it's okay to not think about things, which I can also be guilty of that myself, if I'm being honest. I think most people can, where you want to work on something and you want to put lots of love, lots of passion into something, and then you find yourself like hands in your hair, just like, oh, I want to finish this, but I want to complete this, I want to make this really good, but you're the detriment to yourself now. You're the detriment to your work. So it's very important to be able to take a step back to reevaluate.
That's really cool. Have you had to take breaks since you started VTubing? I know you say you kind of speed run most of the stuff, but
Oh my god, I'm speedrunning. I can't say that I've experienced like burnout. I've had to take like momentary pauses and like working on very specific things just to make sure that I'm doing it right. because the more heavy you work on something and time starts going by as you're like furiously working on something, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna make errors, and you don't want that, right? You don't want things to be filled with errors. You want to create something that's perfect. Well, it's gonna require the type of attention to detail to make something perfect. Um, so I've definitely had to like, and not even just me. Like I've had friends be like, "Okay, that's it. You're going to bed." That's it. I'm like, wait, but my work. No, go to bed now. I don't even want to hear it. Log off. I'm like, oh, okay. Um, so hey, your friends can very much see you working very hard on whatever it is you're working on. Take a step back. If not, your friends are there to threaten you and by force throw you into bed and lock the door and log you off your everything. No socials, just to unplug the computer. That's what they're there for. Um, so I'm very thankful for them for definitely keeping me aligned and keeping me in check. But that's definitely where I've found myself at. I'm like, okay, maybe I should work on something. And they're like, nope, you're not. Actually, we have decided you're not. So
Oh my god.
sometimes it's important to have those closest to you. They let them take the wheel.
You gotta be very careful or they'll take your PC for like like a week.
I can't believe it. I can't believe my friends would ground me like that. Mom said it's my turn on the PC. Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh. Wait, do you actually share your PC with people?
No.
Okay, good.
Absolutely not. No way.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine like if you have any younger siblings or anybody younger visit your place at some point and they even so much as touch any of your stuff.
Oh, I'd eat a child. I would get out. What do you think this is? Huh? Does this look like Best Buy to you? I know it physically looks like Best Buy, but like this is not Best Buy. You cannot just start touching the equipment.
I would never
have no
ever
shame.
have
I'd be like, get out.
do it.
Yeah. I have no shame. Get out. Is this for you? No. Leave now.
Gosh, because every single item on your desk is like so expensive, especially that mic, that 3DO.
Oh my god. It's the microphone, the 3DO is very expensive, and lo and behold, you should have seen my face when I went to go plug it into the Go XLR, another expensive piece of sound equipment, to find out that, hey, I need another expensive piece of sound equipment because that one is not for that. Oh god.
How much is a 3DO? Let me don't tell me. I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up myself.
Okay.
How do you number 3 DIO?
Number 3 DIO.
Oh, and mic. And oh. Wait. They have a model that jumps from 200 to 2000?
The one that I'm currently using is it has like the white ears. It is I believe this one was $400.
Oh, that's the okay.
Yeah, I don't know, with the $2,000 one, will it whisper the secrets of the universe into my ears? Like what do you mean it's $2,000?
Oh, well, I mean,
I saw it as well, but this one is a $400 microphone, and to get it to function, I needed a Focusrite, which is it's the Focusrite Scarlett 3i3, I think it is. So that was like another like 150 for sound equipment. I have an Audio Technica microphone that I'm speaking into right now. 100 plus, I think, or like 100 plus for this mic, and then I needed a Go XLR for this one, so that was $400. Streaming is a nightmare.
How much is a Go XL?
This one is $400. I think it was $400 for the Go XLR. It was like 400 or 500, something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a lot. I have a lot of equipment on my desk. There's a lot of equipment on my desk, and there's a lot of tech. I have a technically a 4 monitor setup. I have 3 monitors. One of them is uh the Cintiq Pro 22. So that's a drawing tablet for drawing streams. When I do that, I got two big, I think they're like 27-inch monitors, so I have two of those side by side. The Cintiq, hey, it's so big, I needed to get a specialty mount to mount it to my desk. That was another like 200, and then my computer and the PC and everything just cost so much money.
The slow whimpery. I just have,
Yeah.
I draw on an iPad, and then I use my MacBook Pro for
Right.
editing. Although those aren't, of course, they don't have to be connected to my setup, so they're just like in a drawer when I'm not using them. So I actually have space, unlike your setup that has that big drawing tablet.
Yeah, my setup is very quirky, to say the least. It's very organized, but yeah, like on my desk right now, there's 3 microphones, there's 3 monitors, one of them being a drawing tablet. I have a specialty, like I have a custom PC, and the case for the PC, it actually has a like a glass LED like paneling, so that's actually technically a 4th monitor, and I got that one in specific so I could project the me girl from the, you know, the one. I see it now. You know the one. I paid extra so I could watch her dance on my computer forever. Was that necessary? No.
Was
Did
it
I
worth
want
it
it?
though?
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It is like going to a it's like going to a party, and this is my party trick. Whenever anybody sees my PC, I'm like, would you look at that? Look at her go. Look at her go. Yeah. It's a lot. PCs and tech and all that stuff. It's a lot. I also a hobby of mine. I build custom keyboards. So I have like a wall in this room right now, mounted keyboards. I have 10 of them. Is that necessary? No, it's not. It's not necessary. It's just cool.
I collect crystals and figurines as a hobby, so I have a lot of Overwatch figurines all over the place.
Oh, I see. Wait, favorite crystal and favorite Overwatch character?
Obsidian and
Good choice.
Ana.
Excellent choice. Very cultured.
I'm a support main.
As one should be. Truthfully.
Although you would think it's Mercy. I have more hours in the Mercy than Ana, but Ana saves the day. She's like, she's so useful.
Yeah, she's actually very useful. Put somebody to sleep.
Exactly.
Very good.
I love her mythic.
Yeah. Very cool.
I'm like
I
3
have
levels
long
from
since
completing
retired.
it.
Oh my god. That's insane. Yeah, I've long since retired from Overwatch. But I do appreciate me some Ana. She's very good. Young Ana is very hot. Very hot.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Very hot.
When they first came out with that skin in Overwatch 1, I was like, oh my gosh. I have no idea what my sexuality is anymore, but if it involves praising Ana,
yeah, it's she's included. That's it. That's all that matters. Whatever you identify as, plus Ana.
Exactly. But then, even though you said you're retired, the new tank Ramatra, now I'm rethinking it again.
Oh, I see. I understand. That's totally okay.
It's the way he looks and his voice. They knew what they were doing.
Right. I get that one a lot. I do hear that one a lot with great frequency.
Great.
You're all about it. I hear all about it.
Do you use the Stream Deck at all?
I do. I have one of those on my desk as well.
I have the regular one. Do you have the regular one or the XL one?
I'd be running out of desk space like severely. This one has
5x3 is the regular one.
Right, so I have that one. Thank you. I know colors. I do not do math. So thank you for that. Yes, I have that one. I have it in white.
Oh wait, is your whole setup white?
Yes. It's very nice and sleek and clean.
All of my stuff is black and purple.
Good choices. Good colors.
It was mainly because my mouse pad is a Galaxy design. It's a, how many feet is this? It's a 3-foot mouse pad.
Good choices. Good aesthetic.
What do you use for your tracking? Do you use a webcam or an iPhone?
An iPhone.
Me too!
Mm-hmm. I have a nice blue iPhone 12 Pro, I think.
I think mine's just a regular 12. I just chose the cheapest one that had the correct camera.
Hey, it's expensive. In this economy, do what you gotta do. It's an iPhone. It's already a luxury phone.
Exactly. Thank you for the follow. What is Am I Blobby? Thank you for following Am I Blobby.
Know that guy.
Do you have, what was it? Oh my gosh, what's it called? Oh, do you have water cooling in your tower?
I do.
I'm about to say, I think you have to run all those mics because you also need interfaces for those mics, correct?
I'm screaming.
Oh. Because like, that's what I have a friend that is not a professional or anything, but he knows a lot about audio equipment. Because I thought 3 seconds about getting a better mic, and he was like, oh yeah, but you need like an amplifier for that one, and then you need the program, but you also have to pay for the program. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's a lot. But yeah, I do have I have Corsair liquid coolant. So I have fancy fans and whatnot. Hey, the whole PC is white. So everything inside of it lights up, and these really nice sleek pastels. So the Corsair products, they're not harsh RGB. They have more of a pastel look to them, which I personally prefer. So it looks very, very nice and clean on the inside.
I would have never guessed that your setup was white, considering your whole entire vibe, everything is black and red.
I mean, I had to switch it up a little bit. I like how clean the setup is, but yeah, I am very Shadow the Hedgehog coded for sure. I'm very hot topic. I understand.
That.
It's not just a phase, Matcha. Okay.
I'm gonna put that on my Twitter. I'll just be like, it's not just a phase.
It's not just a phase. It's not a phase.
SyreneVT 2023. It's not just phase. Copyright.
Not just a phase. Yeah.
Oh,
not a phase.
Now I know someone's gonna screenshot that. When you do, send it to me so I can make the meme.
Not me getting memed. I was gracious enough to have like an opportunity on the podcast. Now I'm getting memed. Oh no.
You're getting clipped
like
in me. Oh yeah, I do my own clips and I do my own memes. So if you see something pop up somewhere,
you're clipping and memeing me. I'm here to say my silly words into the microphone and cut a jig. I will be here all night.
Oh, and I know you mentioned it a little bit before. Oh wait, yeah. Do you plan on doing a subathon or a donathon?
Yeah, I want to do my first subathon. But of course, I cannot simply just do things in a normal fashion. I have to be as extra as possible. So I'm working on like these really specific graphics, and the graphics are going to be handed out and distributed by my mods as like, redeems and stuff like that. I'm going to be very, very fancy and very involved with the process. Lots of love goes into everything I do. So I'm working on it. I am planning it. But there is like a little setup required. So
were you going to do it capped or uncapped?
I have no clue. See, I'm figuring it out every day, and certainly I will figure that out. I have no clue. I'm still in the process of figuring out like tiers and fun incentives and things that I'm making, but I'm working on that, and I'm also working on because it's been requested of me. I'm also designing merchandise. So, two very
Cool.
big things. Yeah.
So guys, you heard it from here. If anybody donates $5,000 to Syrene, we get a foot pick.
Well, yeah, we can't hand those out for free, so $5,000 is fine. That was for one.
Good.
That was for 1 foot, by the way. That she said foot pick, not feet. 10,000, you get both of them.
Exactly. I made sure to imply that, like, you get one.
You get 1 foot. All right. It is extra for the white nail polish.
No.
I know how you guys feel about the white toes.
Oh, you should definitely put that in your subathon graphic.
Right. It's just gonna be the very last thing at the bottom. Oh man, that'd be crazy.
Exactly. And if you want any bejewels on any toe, that's $50 per jewel.
Oh yeah, that add-ons. Add-ons. Gotta earn that. That's not just something you hand out. It's something you just give away. Mm-hmm.
And if that's just for the foot, I'm like, oh my gosh, how much would a face reveal be?
Oh, I don't think people could afford me. Okay. I don't think they're not ready for that.
Because you also have to make your way to the face. Because like once you get the 5K for the foot, like then you need like another 5 or 6K for the hand.
I think I did reveal my hands. I technically do on occasion I do Pokemon card pack openings, so they've seen my hands. I've graced them with one thing. They've definitely seen my hands before.
Seen your hands?
Yeah, they've seen my hands.
Well, now I have to go to one of your Pokemon streams so I can see your hands.
Actually, wait, hold on. Let me. There is like screen caps of it because you know it do be like that. Hold on.
Oh my gosh, am I gonna be DM'd to pick up your hand? Yes,
yeah.
please.
Do you want the hands? Do you want the hand pics? Right,
for free? Oh my gosh.
For free. For free because I'm a Matcha stan, so you're getting it for free.
Wait, I don't want to be hunted by your community.
Guys, don't hunt. Be on your best behavior, or else.
I'm gonna put this in a frame.
There you go. There's some hands.
Oh, your nails. Oh, actually, these nail colors are actually pretty freaking sweet.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I got hand pics.
It isn't every day you host a podcast and you get the hand pics.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, we're gonna tell all my friends in real life. They're gonna be jealous.
Yeah. Got a hot VTuber lady strikes again with a hand pic.
Literally, that's what one of my friends is gonna ask. He's gonna ask, how much did she charge you? And I'm gonna be like, for free.
Yeah, for free, baby.
Speaking of things being free, well, I guess in this case not free, and you do not have to disclose details about this because it does involve like your location / country, but yeah. Of course, please do not dox yourself if you don't want to. How has your country / economy affected your journey as a VTuber?
Well, I'm in eagle territory. I'm in the eagle's land, and let's see. Well, Freedom Land doesn't have the best economy.
Not at all.
I think at all. I don't think any of us are enjoying Freedom Park and the economy right now. I mean, I'm streaming is not like my only source of revenue. However, for those that have made it their only source of revenue, first off, they're very braver than any U.S. Marine for that, because I know it's rough and it's not easy out there.
Yeah.
But I think right now, especially in the U.S., these are tough times for sure. These are very tough times. So personally, I'm not necessarily affected but I do know, and I read very much daily of how a lot of like platform changes and basically like the patch notes. I do keep up with that, or I try to, and I do hope that with streaming that things just improve more and more to properly reward streamers for what they're doing and how much work that they have to put into um any of their content. Does not matter the type of content. I hope everybody gets rewarded and they're compensated correctly and very fairly.
I love how you call it the land. Everybody that's been on here calls the country a different name. Because I call it the land of the Glocks, because I am also from the land of the Glocks.
Yeah.
I'm not from the part that's on fire currently. Oh, wait, that's like half the country, isn't it?
Oh my god, that's the whole country, depending on the day. Like Monday's fire, or 2 days fire, or the Friday fire.
Like if
different types of fires.
Yeah, if your state is not on physical fire, it's just burning hot outside at the moment.
Right. Global warming is a very real thing.
And there's still some people that don't believe it.
All right. Well, it would be a shame if those people stop speaking. Please lower your voices.
Oh my gosh. And there's a lot of crazy events happening. Like, I don't even want to know. Oh yeah, I mean, I have to, but I don't want to know what's gonna happen to the country after the next election. It's gonna be very spicy.
Right. Very true.
Very odd.
Very worried. But I think in regards to that, I do hope that no matter what happens, as the last several years have been unfortunate, very unfortunate. I think everybody could agree. Have been exceptionally unfortunate. Do stay strong and understand that you and many of us, we are in fact the future. And so all we can do during these trying times is to genuinely like be very strong and forthcoming and to do our best to make the change that we want to see, no matter how much the oppressors of that idea want to kick you down. Stand up for your beliefs, stand up for each other, and I think that will carry you a long way and through whatever is to come, because I don't think things have been hopeful, but I do have hope within us, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. From my perspective, it's like, dude, our country is so down right now. There's nowhere but up.
Correct, and that is a big thing. There really is nowhere but up, and I, as a woman, as a queer woman as well, I have seen blow after blow, and it has been a very rough several years, but stay very strong and stay vigilant, and you are a light, and do not let anybody try to burn that out.
Exactly. As a member of the POC community, I believe in that same structure as well, because we just out here struggling. We're just trying to live, and we're struggling more than we have to.
Yeah, I'm also a POC woman. I am I'm a Spanish demon. And I'm we have to be brave. We have to be strong, and I want the best for us, and I'm always hoping for the best, and it's not always just a matter of hope as well. It's taking that ownership and responsibility of your identity and doing what you can to also be the change that you want to see in the world. So yeah, those things do matter, and these voices matter. You matter. So stand up for what you believe in, even when others are telling you that you don't matter. You do. You do, in fact. Sometimes I think some people should just like shut up. How about that? Just shut up. You know, stand up. Do not let anybody you know, try to take that away from you. These identities are beautiful and there's something to be cherished and there's something to be proud of. So if select individuals choose to want nothing but they're not wishing you good, you do you stay focused on you. You're not here for them. You're here for you. You're here for your community. So do what you can for yourself and your community. That's what matters.
I will sacrifice anybody who's one of Syrene's haters. Just to let y'all know.
So true. I don't have enemies. I'm not one to I'm not here to make enemies. You know, I especially I want to build a beautiful community. You know, I don't know what, you know, will happen for me on my VTubing career, but from the community that I have built, I'm especially very proud of my community. They're very wonderful. They're very they're kind, they're thought-provoking, they're so gracious and giving, and their generosity and kindness is like unlike any other. And the thing is, it's not just for me too. It's amongst like my close friends. It's there are streamers as well, and it's so lovely. Like when I'm there, right? I'm present for my friends. I'm there to support them. I see my community just running amok. I'm like, what are you doing right now? And they're like, I'm here. Hi. I'm like, hello. Hi, honey. So I'm very proud of my little community. They're very excellent, and they are constantly displaying just incredible acts of kindness. They're very happy to see me flourish, and they're happy to see my friends who they are now part of their communities also flourish. And so I'm very proud of them. I'm proud of them.
Aww, that's so nice.
Yeah, I'm so proud of them all the time. Because I've told them this many a times. I'm just a little guy, you know. I'm just a silly woman that says words into a microphone, you know. But they're there for me, and they could be anywhere else, you know, with anybody else, but they choose to spend their time with me. So I will give them the best content that I could provide them. You know, I want to do the best for them, not only for me, it's for them. I'm very thankful for them allowing me, you know, the opportunity to do this, because I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for them. And so I'm very, very gracious. I'm so happy. I'm very thankful. And sure, so what? Maybe sometimes they tease me a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, mom is very proud of you guys. I love you all very much.
Now somebody clip that and have it on a never-ending loop in her Discord.
Yep, that's fine. They know I'll give them. I'm here for the praise and the reassurance. They know that. I'm very much. I coddle them. I'm holding them. I'm tucking them into bed. I'm giving them a little smoochie on the forehead, telling them I hope they have a good day and a good night. Sweet dreams. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
In the next, I want to say maybe 6 months to a year, what is a goal that you wish to reach in that time?
Oh, well, I definitely want to work on my. Thanks, mom. Anything for you, sweetheart. I got you. Love you. I think in the next 6 months to a year, my plans for sure. I will have some really fun pre-recorded ASMR content that will be very elaborate in its presentation. I think presentation is key, so without spoiling too much of what I have planned for that, have fun with my very elaborate and cinematic worthy ASMR content that I want to make. I want to make some really cool immersive stuff. I want to try some new things. But some of that, there's definitely going to be merchandise. As I've mentioned, I've already started to do the concept stuff, and then I have to make the art, and then the art goes to manufacturing. So that's a process, but not a difficult one. I have experience with doing that already. So that's going to be a thing. And I would love if within a year's time, I can have some kind of voice acting role. Hmm. I want my Otome lifestyle so bad. I want to be a route, for sure. I'm gonna be a route in a visual novel. Trust me, okay? Hold me to it. So
If that ever happens, you have to like let me know so I can download and
oh
or
yeah,
purchase the game or whatever.
yeah. It's gonna be it'll definitely be a good time for sure, for sure.
Because I'm gonna be like, I already know who I'm romancing. I don't care about the other options.
Thank you. I mean, it's most certainly an honor for you to say that. Makes me happy.
I mean, in reality, I usually always do go for either the dark-haired character or the white-haired character. You have both.
Oh my god, you get the best of both worlds. That's crazy. Where can we find a black-haired and a silver-haired character, I wonder?
Wow, it's just such a mystery. I have no idea where to look.
Where can you find one? When you find one, will you let me know?
Yes. And I also read an ungodly amount of webtoons.
Oh.
Whenever there's a character that's like the Great Duke of the North, that's like the Duke of this like cold area, I'm just like that guy right there. Marry him. Don't care what he did. Don't care who he killed. Just marry him.
Yeah. Yep. That's I'm no different. So I get it. I see your type. I get it now. I understand.
My first anime crush was Inuyasha.
Oh,
it still is actually.
Wow. Hold on, wait a minute. Not the black-haired character that has silver hair. Oh, it's all making sense.
Oh, he does. Oh.
Oh my god, it's all making sense. And a demon? I mean, I'm no how should I say? I'm not a dog, but you know, I mean,
I didn't even realize.
you know, like yeah.
Because I also have wished to marry Sebastian from Black.
Oh, I see. You have this very specific type. That's crazy. That's crazy. I've gotten to know you so well.
Well, I can die happy now.
I understand. I get it.
What? I didn't even realize until I thought about it. Just like, oh wait.
No, I most certainly get it.
I am learning something new about myself every day.
You sure are. I'm learning tons. I know everything now. With that bit of knowledge, I have all of it.
Well, I didn't realize I was as big as a simp.
It happens.
Oh my gosh, I don't even remember what the next question was gonna be.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I distract you?
No, like I got this. I am totally not pulling up the questions right now.
Okay,
oh,
how about this? I'm gonna get a glass of water really quick, and that will you can recollect and regather. I'm gonna get some water, and you have all the time in the world for me to fill up that glass and get the question ready.
I think I should get some water too.
Excellent. Okay, I will be right back.
All right, chat. We're gonna be right back in a second. I am gonna get water. We are now back.
Yay.
Thank you for the follow, Door, by the way.
Hi, Dor.
And so now we are gonna go on to our next question, which is more so collaboration-based questions. So, what is one collab that you've always wanted to do, whether you wanted to do it with a certain person or play a certain game with people?
I see. Like streamers in specific that I want to collab with, or let's see.
Well, not counting me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, I've made it here. Look at me accomplishing all of my goals. I have a few like mutuals. They're all so busy. But there's a couple of them that I would love to potentially stream with in the future for sure. Oh my god, there's so many. If I had to pick, Kira Hishitori. She does quite a ton of different things, so she definitely counts as a variety streamer. But I think she's very cool. She's a very neat VTuber. So I'd love to be able to potentially game with her one day, or do anything really. There is there's a VTuber named Atelier Kieran, and he does like actual voice acting. He's done voice acting for a few different like characters, and what's interesting is that he's very like BL themed, like yaoi themed. So I think in conjunction to being a more Yuri centric individual, it's very funny. But I would love to be able to work with him one day. That would be cool. God, there's so many. There are so many. One of some of my all-time favorite VTubers. I'm a big fan of Bao. One day, I hope to even just be able to say hi. That would be cool. I'm a fan of Amelie Monarch. She's also a villain, and she's a voice actress. Are you noticing the reoccurring theme here? Like these very like very professional like voice acting types. Like mind you, they're like singers, and they're making wonderful content with their voices. So I just kind of look up to them. I think they're quite wonderful. So these are all dream individuals. So
oh my gosh,
it
I
would be a
love
pleasure.
Amelie specifically.
I am such a fan. I find her to be very inspiring. She's quite the talent, but theme wise, she's a villain. She's elegant. I mean, woman after my own heart.
Yeah.
She's very wonderful, and I definitely look up to her very much.
I think Amelie was one of the first indie VTubers I have ever seen specifically.
Oh my god. I'd actually love to talk about this. This is really interesting. So my introduction into VTubing altogether, actually, I was introduced to Hololive English's group of girls, very specifically because of Takanashi Kiara and Mori Calliope. I didn't know necessarily that they were VTubers, but I saw so much fan art of those two girls because they're very popularly shipped together, right? So the Takamori ship was actually my rabbit hole into VTubing, which is really funny in the grand scheme of things. But outside of like essentially corporate VTubers, one of the very first VTubers I ever like encountered was Hazumi. Hazumi was previously Lion Idol, and now she has like a very nice, cool like night setup. She's very cool. She just debuted that new model. It's very exciting. She looks gorgeous, beautiful, if anything, like perfect. And I had this very wild moment because I've like kind of spectated her over the years, right? Like she's very popular. She's always busy doing her thing, right? And it's cool like to be like a fan and to watch somebody grow on the side, right? Like that's part of being a fan. And through friends, I met her, and I had like it was the first time I ever had like such a starstruck moment where I was like, oh my god, um be cool, be normal. And it was funny because I knew that she was friends with my friends, right? But like, you know, big people, I don't want to, I don't want to impose or whatever. It was an instance where I was fairly shy, and I was like, well, hi, I'm Cyrene, and I got to play a game of Valorant with her. So I had a night where I played Valorant with her, and I had to tell her, I was like, hey, I just want you to know, I think you're wonderful, and you're literally one of the very first VTubers I ever saw that wasn't like a corporate VTuber, like wasn't a Niji Sanji member or a Hololive member. And I was like, I just want you to know that like I've literally seen you like grow now, and so it to me it's just like very impressive and very cool, and I think it's neat, and I think you're cool, and um yeah, I just wanted you to know. That's it. I was like, that's it. I just wanted to like let you know I'm a random person. I'm like proud of you. And she was like, oh. She was like, oh, thanks. I was in that moment. I was nervous. I was like, it's just a very small world, because you know, to have never even imagined becoming a VTuber, having seen her on the sideline for years, and then one day I'm just in a Valorant lobby with her. I was like, huh, things happen sometimes.
Small world.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's insane. So it was just a very like cool like moment for me where I got to have that experience. Mhm. She's wonderful, by the way. She's very, very lovely.
Oh, I bet you were so excited.
I was very excited. I was like, oh, who's here? Excuse me. Like I was just like, oh yeah, I'm here to play games, and then I got put on a team with her, and I was like, huh. And then there was an instance where like she had a birthday stream, and like, you know, I'm just a silly little guy saying things in a microphone. I was present for like some Valorant customs, and I don't know, I was like, so I think till today I still just look at Hazmi, I'm like, you're so cool. I'm just like, wow, you're cool.
Well, yeah, you don't get to meet inspiring people like that every day.
Yeah, so it's very cool. She's so neat and wonderful, and I do think very highly of her. But I think she's quite wonderful.
Out of everything that you've wanted to have planned for like a subathon, down-a-thon, do you have any plans for like a birthday stream at all?
My birthday did technically pass already. My birthday was back in March, but maybe I should throw like a cool event for my upcoming birthday. I didn't even think about that. Oh boy, to add to the list of things to do.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure I'll plan something fun. Wow, I didn't even think of that.
You can have like your birthday, you can have your birthday, your model's birthday, your Twitch anniversary day, or
right,
VTuber anniversary.
There's a whole bunch of anniversaries. I mean, so I just started, so I mean, technically I don't have any anniversaries yet. Next March we'll surely celebrate.
Yeah, I'd also have like a whole other year before I plan for any anniversaries.
Right. Luckily I don't have to plan for anything immediately for that, but I will plan something for sure. I'm sure we'll have a big castle party.
You know what would be cool? Because you're already celebrating your 1K. I think with the rate that you're growing, you'll be a lot bigger by the time a year passes. You should have a
Oh.
limited edition plushie.
Hmm,
I'm totally not
plushie, huh?
saying that to have a plushie of you at all, but
Oh, I do have a mascot. That could be potentially a marketable plushie.
what's your mascot?
Would you like to see her?
Yes.
She's beautiful. I actually have I have a gargoyle.
So cool.
Yeah, she's a cutie patootie. Let me do a let me show you. I think she's neat.
I decided on a concept of a apron.
She has an apron on in that for the sake of I made that. I actually made that art myself. I made that into a sticker for the Discord. Um but let me show you the actual reference sheet she has.
That's cute.
Where is that?
I know what my mascot would be. I don't know how the final concept will look. Oh, the pillow fell off my chair. That's why I'm shrinking. There we go.
Oh, don't shrink.
I accidentally knocked over my pillow.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that I wanted my my mascot to be like a ghost, but I have no idea of the concept of like where the ghost will come from. I don't have a name for him yet.
Right.
But it's
No,
super
it totally makes sense.
super cute though. So right now it's just labeled as Ghosty. Here he is.
Ghosty. Ghosty's wonderful. Yeah, I'd love to get assets for my gargoyle. This is Lior. She's a gargoyle. She keeps me safe. Keeps the castle safe.
Look at the little tail. Whoa. Oh, it matches your eyes. Oh, are those roses in his ears?
Yeah, we match.
Oh, that is so adorable.
And I won't spoil too much because Lior here, my little gargoyle, is a part of my lore, which will later be featured in a very elaborate video. But she actually does not stay this small.
Oh.
Nor does she stay exclusively in this form. She in fact does turn into a large woman.
Oh.
So there will be a reference sheet for that later. But for now, needless to say, she does enjoy staying like this in this form and presenting like this. She just enjoys it. She just simply likes it. So.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have a gargoyle mommy.
Yes, there will be a gargoyle mommy. Yes.
Gosh. So I know your lore is gonna be in a video, but is that lore? Can you link videos and cards in like your card website? I don't know if you can do that.
I think so. There should be an option for it. Yeah, I'm working on because again, the vision is very elaborate, so it's gonna require a team of people to work on my concept. I will see it all the way through for sure. However, that will be that's tentative. It's coming soon. It's a matter of how much work is going into it because it's quite a bit, I will admit. So you know, those things take time. However, I can give you the brief rundown of lore if you'd like.
Yeah.
So, I lived a life of violence and war crimes during war times, and I kind of made a name for myself as the rose demon because my magic takes on the shape of roses. And let's just say one thing led to another. I earned a castle, and now I kind of live a life of luxury and silly shenanigans. It's just a better use of my time these days.
Ooh. How old is your model? Well, not like lore wise.
I can never ask a woman how old she is. However, hello, you can't just ask a lady that. However, that's a good question. I never really thought about that too much. I definitely have some. I've probably got some good years on me for sure. To live throughout war times and whatnot, but we'll reveal that at a later date. But I have an exact number to work on.
That's fine because my VTuber, well, Matcha does not know how old she is.
I see.
I was born from the Fox constellation. My full name is Vulpecula coalcis, which means little fox of the stars.
That's so cute.
You. But that's why I'm themed all celestial like, and that's why I'm a kitsune, because I was born. My master birthed me from the constellation because he was a star mage. So his magic come from stars, and then I was created, but I don't exactly know whether he's alive or dead.
Oh, I see. And is that something you're searching for?
Yeah, but it's like not a main goal. My main goal is like, or his last assignment was to find the secrets of the world. So I travel from world to world, trying to find all the lore secrets. Like my YouTube is full of lore narration based videos, mainly for Genshin, not because I have an obsession with Genshin.
I have a question about that. Who is your favorite Genshin character?
Oh, right, an A.
You are cultured. You are right. That is correct. Yes, ma'am. Yes, mamas. On God. Sheesh. That is the correct response.
No hesitation.
No, it doesn't get better than her. I mean, let me tell you, other characters wish they had what she possesses.
Exactly. Past that, like Nahida's a really good character, but I think Dendro as an element is just cracked.
I'm a Yaimiko enjoyer.
I love Yaimiko.
It's bad. I want her so bad. Hey, if you look like her, my DMs are open, by the way. Like oh my God, woman after my own heart. It is her.
She has a wonderful personality. Whoever wrote her character did such a good job.
She is her. Okay? That's it. That is it.
There was a whole meme going around, like how every Archon has a whole dragon or a whole monster as a familiar, and then Raiden has Miko.
Yeah, that's her wife. She's like unbothered, like it's crazy. That's wild.
When Yaimiko said, "Oh well, she's just throwing a tantrum," and now she locked herself in a room, that got me.
Yeah, the implications behind their relationship make me so happy, and oh my God, I love those two very, very much. They mean a lot to me. I enjoy them very much.
There are some really, really good concepts from the Genshin Summerfest from last year. And the Summerfest is where a lot of people would like host up their animations for a contest. And if you won an animation contest, an animation fan based contest, then you would be featured on their live stream. One concept, which was my favorite, was a animation concept of Raiden and Yaimiko, where Raiden was a streamer and Yaimiko was like this hot rich mommy, and she donated mommy. Yeah. And she donated all this money, a whole bunch of money to Raiden's stream, and I was like, this is great. I love this animation.
I love what they have. I love what they got going on. I support it. I want more of it.
Yes, 100%. I finished like their character story quest so quick just to see more of that.
No, you are 100% 100% right for that.
Although I was wishing on Nahida's banner, the one that just I guess passed a couple weeks ago, because I had Nahida already, and I got lucky and I got her weapon. So I was pressing my luck some more, and I was like, well, maybe I can get like a 2-star Nahida. Maybe I could just keep wishing on it. But instead of Nahida, I guess, quote unquote, lost my 50-50, although I don't see it as a loss because I got Yaimiko.
Right.
I was just like, oh, this is great. Now I have to build her so I can use her and Raiden on the same team.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. They do not separate them. They were separated for 500 years. Don't separate them anymore.
Exactly. They don't need that.
Yeah, they're no. Keep them together. They come as a pair.
I was gonna ask your favorite character, but I think I already got my answer.
It's Yaimiko, and it's the Shogun. Both of them. I'm also a big fan of Vado and Ningguang.
Vado and Ningguang are, yes, they are so good together.
You'll notice this. I see the fancy lesbians in franchise, and I'm like, that's crazy. that's wild.
Every female leader in that game has like their lesbian
A wife?
counterpart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they each have a wife, including like Jean and Lisa.
Okay, those two. I will never forget like the recoil of how everybody responds to Lisa, right? Because she looks like that, she sounds like that, she's great, wonderful, we love her. But then you get that voice line where she like bumps into Yuzu, the traveler, and she's like yawning, and she's like, Jean, oh sorry, and it's like
Yes,
that's just how you wake up. You just say that upon waking up. Okay. All right, queen.
Because the first, when she wakes up, Jean was the first name she said, and I was like, okay, so that's who you expect to see in the morning.
Right, that's who you're looking. Okay, yes ma'am.
Like, how are we not supposed to let our imaginations go wild when things like that happen?
Right. So I know what they got going on.
I haven't played Matcha Fontaine at all, but with the pattern that we already have going on with every single
that blonde-haired girl and the blue-haired girl, there's something there.
Because every leader's wife, every leader that has a wife, the wife is always Electro.
Yeah. So it's like, I know what the Raiden Shogun's up to. I know what the fuck she's got going on.
Every hot person is Electro.
She said, "Hey, you, woman enjoyer, take a vision." Huh?
And then Razor.
Yeah. Oh, she just enjoys that one.
Oh, and I get Sino.
Cutie patootie. Oh yeah, true.
But those are like
cutie patooties.
Those are like the dog boys.
Yeah, she's like, oh my god, pets. So she likes pets, and she likes hot women who also like women. That's crazy. That's how you get a vision. All right.
Because I think the blue-haired girl that you're referring to,
she's Electro themed.
Yeah, she's definitely Electro. So she's definitely a leader woman's wife.
Yeah, as she should be, 100%.
I think she has guns too, doesn't she? She has like rifles.
Yes. Yeah, she's very Caitlyn League of Legends, if you will.
Oh my gosh. She has the hat too. Yeah. The similarities are flashing through my eyes now.
It's all making sense. It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Now I need to wish for her. But yeah, the blonde girl, whoever she is, oh my god, her design's amazing.
She's so pretty. She is so pretty.
So pretty. Although like Lenny and his sister, they're really pretty. Fontaine Genshin characters in general are just very beautiful.
Yeah. I actually have a personal preference of Honkai Impact over Genshin. Not even Sorrow. Honkai Impact.
Honkai Impact the third?
Yes, that is because that's a Yuri game and a half, like canon. all the girls, it's insane. All the girls got a girlfriend. It's wild, but I think it's a very compelling story. And if you want good character design, oof, Honkai Impact is where it's at.
I was like, I don't know. There's so many good character design. I like Layla's design from Genshin specifically. I don't know why. Her design is just gorgeous.
You like Arlecchino?
Yeah. Who else? The Master Diviner from Star Rail. She's like pink and she's short and she has a really good design.
Yeah.
I forgot
I like the pink-haired girls.
The pink. Oh yeah. Well, I got that when you said Miko.
That's a. I see a woman with like pink or like reddish hair and
Oh god, Himiko is gorgeous.
Right, perfect.
Like Himiko. All right, boys.
Perfect.
Time for me to dye my hair pink.
It's the pink, baby. I love. I think that's literally my type. In my debut, I had a what are your likes? I just wrote pink-haired anime women in bold. It was necessary to be bolded.
else has pink? Well, Master Diviner and Yaimiko are the only pink-haired girls that come to mind. Is there anybody else?
And Genshin.
In the whole series, in the whole Hoyoverse series.
Oh, there's tons of there's Alicia.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Alicia is Miss Pink Elf. If you look like Alicia, I'm here to talk. I will be here all night. I love Alicia so much. She's so good. What a babe. Woman. Oh, what a woman. There's also Yae Sakura, which is who would eventually, that is another universe. Yaimiko. So in that universe, in Impact, she's a bunny girl instead of a fox girl. She's also a ninja. Very cool.
She has like the Miko outfit and everything too.
Yes, correct. Yeah, I see a pink woman, and I like black out every time, without fail, without hesitation. It's so bad. I also really like. I'm very biased to the silver-haired girlies as well. So, pink or silver, and you're already doing numbers.
Oh, that reminds me of like in the later-ish series of Inuyasha, where we finally see Shishomaru's mother. She was
right. Oof. Oh my god.
I was just like, I am no longer hetero.
Right. You see a woman like that, it's like, oh my god. Yeah.
Syrena is all about the unhinged pink-haired women.
Correct. I see a unhinged pink-haired woman, and it's over. It's over for me. Everybody else, pack it up.
Oh, they are unhinged.
Yeah, all of them are. I would rather have it no other way. Like, let me tell you, I'm not here to fix her. Whatever's wrong with her is fine and dandy. She's hotter for that, even.
She gives her flavor.
What? So she wants to commit a war crime. Okay, honey, have a good day. I'll pack you some snacks. Have fun doing that.
It's just like, hey, let me just go on ahead and use the Traveler to go into the mind of our crazy tyrant shogun. Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever you need. How can I support you? Actually, yeah, I have a type. I have two very distinct types. It's one or the other, nothing in between. It is golden retriever types, or feral, unhinged, evil, morally gray will bring forth the end of days.
You know, I can sympathize with that.
Excellent. You really understand me. You really get it.
Because I love Sebastian from Black Butler. I will let him step on me, but I would also like to be like, I would also like to share tea with Tamaki Sensei from Orange High School Host Club.
Right. Two very different genres of man, but I see the vision. I see it.
And the same goes with like either Himiko or I would let Yaimiko step on me. I'm fine with that too.
Whatever she wants.
Exactly.
Whatever my wife wants. I'm manifesting. Don't let your dreams be dreams. We're gathering the crystals on your desk and we are manifesting right now, okay?
Oh yeah, we definitely need like a magic circle.
Yeah, I don't want to be a pink-haired girl wanter. I want to be a pink girl haver. You feel?
Just like Wicked Lady from Sailor Moon.
Yeah, dude,
yes.
That design is incredible. It's so good. Yeah, and like even better, right? Because like the idea was like evil and pink.
Yeah.
So...
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That they executed that show just really well.
Yep. Oh, Sailor Moon is one of my favorite anime ever of all time. Probably the favorite anime, actually.
You have good taste.
Thank you.
No, in fact, you have
so
great
cultured.
taste.
You're immaculately cultured. My whole thing. A lot of my favorite animes are actually magical girl animes. Like the vast
Oh,
majority of them are magical girl series.
have you seen Puella Magi?
That
Madoka
is,
Magica?
Homura did nothing wrong, and I fully support her decisions. She is the backbone of the series, and I think she was right for what she did, and I will die on this hill. I don't think she did one wrong thing.
No, I don't think she
In
did
fact,
anything
I would
wrong
do
at
it.
all.
It was all for love, baby. It was all for love.
Right? I
Mhm,
mean, if
mhm,
you were
mhm.
like sitting there watching your friend pretty much sacrifice himself over and over again, you'd probably
Right,
do the same thing.
right. I too would go to hell and back for a girl. I would. I would. That's totally normal to have a crush on somebody and be like, well, I'm going to do this. Yeah, it will be the the undoing of me, but that's just what you do for a woman, okay? I love her dedication.
Would you do it for Yaimika?
Yes. No hesitation. Yes.
I would
Yes.
also do it for. Although, like, I will lose all of my like morality as a being when it comes to like Raiden A or Yaimiko. Like, if they want to put a leash on me, they could do it.
Right? Sure. Why not? Why not?
Full consent and everything.
Yep. Why not? I get it. That's what you want? Okay. Okay.
What about Lisa? Oh, no, definitely. Yes, Lisa.
Oh
As
yeah,
well.
Lisa Genshin Impact. Miss Genshin herself? Lisa? Yeah, sure.
I would like, for my reading proficiency would go up past the roof hanging around Lisa.
Yeah, I'm literate now. I read. I'm writing. We're having book club meetings. I'm a huge fan. I broke Matcha.
My tracking broke. Oh my god. Ow. My cheeks hurt now.
My bad. I'm so sorry.
It's the I'm illiterate now for me.
Yeah, I am literate now. I can read.
Oh my god. I don't even blame you for thinking that. I still 100% agree with everything you said.
Thank you. I'm very dedicated in my craft.
I was like, at first I was actually hesitant on like getting Genshin for like 3 seconds, and then I heard Lisa said one word and I was like, download.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Nothing else to say. Yep.
The first time I threw money at Genshin was when I saw the character trailer for the Raiden Shogun.
Oh, she was like the most rolled for banner. Like she brought in like 40 million that weekend.
Yeah.
It was like insane.
She like,
which,
cracked that
as
record.
she should. Yeah, as she should. Like the queen shit. Like 100%. Like yes, ma'am.
You go to
what she
Fontaine.
deserves.
No, I haven't been to Fontaine yet, Dor. I need to.
Mm-hmm.
For Zhongli or Kazuha. I love Zhongli's character. That man is just written really well.
Something osmanthus wine or
Osmanthus wine is
what is he going on about? What is the line? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the like one line that's, for whatever reason, I think it's louder than his other lines. I don't know why.
I understand.
Osmanthus wine is as sweet as I remember, but where are those who share the memory?
Right, and I know what that line like ended up being memed to and back, and I think you do as well. And that's it. That's like the only thing I like actually like remember about it. It's always that. It's always that.
Because whenever I built Zhongli, and it took a lot, and then every time I went like AFK trying to wait for that stupid Geocube to spawn back, that's the only thing he was said, and I'm like, stop. And then I would switch to Barbara at the time, and she's just like la la la. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, Barbara, we're busy. Shouldn't you be watching like Coco Melon? Barbara, we're busy.
the one in character quest, a part of her character quest, there was like an NPC that was like simping for her in a very creepy parasocial way, and I was like, all right, dude.
Ew.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, bro, she's like, I think still a minor. I don't know what Genshin considers a minor in their games, but she's probably a minor.
Hey, fun fact about anime. Oh, that's the murky territory, right? You get into anything and you're like, how old is the character? What? I think she's obviously very coded though as like a teenager, right? Like I've always perceived her as like a teenager, so I think that's what she is. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure she's like a teenager.
It's a little bit difficult since the models in Genshin, they each have like that. You have the lowly, the preteen, the adult.
Right. It's anime is a mistake. You never really know.
Because like the Geo Archon Nahida, she's like, I don't know, 600 years old, but she's like a little kid.
Yeah, it's which by the way, why is that like a reoccurring? Well, okay, I know why it's a recurring thing, but like, can we stop?
With the 100-year-old little lolies?
Yeah, where it's like this 9,000-year-old character, and it's so you're like 9,000-year-old woman, and then you see like 9,000-year-old like child. It's like, okay. Whatever.
Oh my, it's just it reminds me of oh my gosh, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and it was like season 2.
Yes,
you know exactly who I'm talking about.
What? Hey, guys, what the what? Why was that?
I almost dropped the show because of that character design. I was just
it's crazy how like one thing, like one decision like that is like made everybody like, hey, why are we wasting time on this? What is this? This is bad. This is garbage. Because it was fine before her too, and like immediately decided to like not pay that whole thing. I like completely blank in my memory. I don't want to recall it. Bye.
Like, yeah, I thought it was pretty gross, honestly.
It is gross. It's very gross. Absolutely no sexualization of like childlike characters, please. For like, please don't do that.
I'm fine until we rule 34 minors.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's kind of super weird. It's very not good. And I know, like, you know, everybody's like, oh my god, my anime waifu, and it's obviously like a, you know, high school age character, right? Like for example, like I don't know, like 02 or what is it, the girl from like My Dress Up Darling, right? Also even like the separation between like that and like what happened with Dragon Maid, right, is like one of them also still very much looks like a child as well. I'm a big advocate for like, let's start making anime that have like just straight up adults in college or in a workplace, because that like idea should be like more healthily like encouraged, because it is very weird, like the obsession with like very young girls, and you know, if that is like your immediate interest for some reason, perish. That's it. Like, perish. What is your problem? Yeah, I would love some more like adult themed, like not hentai, but like actual adult themed like anime, like focusing on like adult lives, and like, because even that's how Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid started, right? Like Kobayashi is an office worker. She's very much like a grown woman. I know, like art style wise, like it's more like cutesy, so it's not like this very detailed thing. But yeah, let's feature more adults, because there are very much many adults that are very much, you know, interested in anime, right? So it's like, why I think a big chunk of it, and I've had it explained to me, but in Japanese culture, as far as I know, the focal point on so many series being in like high school and stuff is because there's this idea that those are the best years of your life. No.
Nah.
There is a life past like being, a teenager. Like entirely, so please, where are the hot office ladies? Like where are they? Well, I'm not even like a huge fan of like slice of life, but I want to go in the coffee break room arc of a slice of life anime if there's like hot business women, right? Like where's that anime, huh? Where's that? I implore anybody to reconsider their weird like wants and desires to watch series featuring like, for example, like lollies or shotas, when you can in fact have hot, tired office worker anime. Okay, imagine your favorite hot anime man is just tired, and he's gonna take off his tie and he just wants to sit back and relax after a long day of work, right? That's something, right? And actually, to further prove that point, that's why so many people like Nanami from Jujutsu Kaisen, right? Like he's exhausted, hardworking anime man. So it's like I'm very proud that we're all on like the same page with like, these the obsession with the very evident like adult characters. More of that, please.
Yes, I 100% agree. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. But yeah, we do need more. There has been like more calm anime coming out that are more adult based. Like, My Happy Marriage on Netflix is actually really good.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard incredible things.
Oh yeah, animation wise and just everything wise, character wise. Yeah, you just watch it. I'm not gonna spoil it. Just watch it. It's really good. And there aren't that many episodes out. Zom 100 on Netflix is actually really good, and those are a bunch of office workers.
Those are office workers, and mind you, I'm saying office workers like just a specific niche thing, but like, yeah, there should be more series where like the characters are evidently like adults, and there is like a much stronger, I think, connection with those stories and like why people like really get into it. Because there's like a certain relatable nature. There, like, life isn't just high school. Most people don't ever want to talk about high school ever again. What about like the importance of, hey, guess what, adulthood? I think that's like a very crucial thing. So I'd love to see more like that. And kudos to Zom 100 for being a thing, and also kind of placing critique on the nature of like office work as well in Japan. That's a very important thing. But yeah, I think that came about as well from being a more adult centric series instead of like, you know middle school, high school like series. So yeah, here's to hoping for more adult stuff. And I think we see it a lot more in like in manga and like manhwa, like webtoons and stuff, where you're seeing a lot of like college age series. So like, let's keep that up and love to see more of that.
Feel like most of my best relationships overall have come from my adult life. I agree.
Yeah, true.
I think you learn a lot more as an adult than as a teenager. I don't think my high school life was very boring, but my adult life, of course, I'm speaking out of a little bit of bias because I started VTubing as an adult. But
right.
I have a lot better and more profound relationships now. Although, and plus, like in college, because I met my two best friends in college, and they've been my besties for like 8 years now, or 9 years now. But like everybody in college, I mean in high school, I just don't really remember them now. I say that like I'm old. I'm not even that old, but still.
Yeah, you're not. You're just fine. I'm just fine as is.
Yeah. So I totally agree that I think people learn way more about themselves once they're an adult, once they're like out into the world on their own, really trying to figure out who they are and things like that. And you have a lot of leeway and a lot of gosh, I think the only word I can really use is leeway. You have a lot of leeway when you're still in high school, but when you're an adult, you're like, you have to kind of figure things out after a
Hmm. Hmm.
while. And I
Yeah,
would like to
I
see more of
don't
that.
think it's I don't think it's like I don't care about what the high schoolers have going on, right? Like it's okay, well you gotta confess to your crush. Oh no, you gotta do your homework. Okay, okay. It's like all right. You know, I'm so far out of that like relation. I want to see like these very compelling stories that have very real life um struggles and real life thought provoking situations. So when you see something like Zom 100 and you get the full on critique of what the work life balance structure looks like for somebody of his age, and like of course within mind you, it's critique on Japan work life, but it's still very important. So it makes the theme that much more compelling when you get to see something like that. Whereas like I do not care if you are about to like uh, piss your pants because you have to hand over a note into somebody's locker to confess to them on on a on a Monday morning like that's you know whatever.
It's just like, okay, you will survive.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So yeah, it's like okay, well, and I'm not gonna say that sometimes those animes aren't cute or like you know fun, because that is one thing objectively it can be fun. But I think now, especially as an adult, these more compelling, thought provoking series that feature like actual adults mean a lot more to me, and they're a lot more memorable, and I think it makes for like much better stories.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's another reason why I think you'll like the anime Your Happy Marriage or My Happy Marriage. I
I've
think you'll
heard
like
so
that
many
show.
good things about it, so I really do want to watch it.
It's like one of those gems that came out of the blue cuz I follow a lot of anime stuff on Twitter, and there was no
Mhm.
announcement on that show saying like, "Oh, this show is coming
Yeah,
in the
I
spring."
didn't hear anything about it until it came out, and then it
Yeah.
came out, and I saw some of what it was talking about. You know, I like I saw some clips, and the conversation around that was really good, and it was definitely caught my interest. So I want to see more of that. I personally have no interest in like seeing like a bunch of high school themed whatever, because I feel like I've seen it a million times. So I want to see something uh you know entirely brand new. Mm.
Exactly, and that's something that's new. And have you? There's another anime on. Well, it's more of a movie. Well, it's an anime too, but it's called Vampire in the Garden. Have you ever heard of that movie?
Vampire in the Garden. It does it have a white haired vampire?
Mm-hmm.
Is it a Yuri? Is that what I'm thinking? Oh, I don't know what it sounds. Vampire in the Garden.
We got keyboard
Uh,
ASMR.
oh yeah, you got a little keyboard. Yeah, isn't this doesn't she have a thing with the brown haired girl?
Yeah, that's the one.
I haven't watched it. I have heard good things about it. I've seen a clip from it where there's like mentioning of her like dancing with a woman, and I thought that was kind of neat.
It reminds me of Your Lore. When you were talking about Your
Mhm.
Lore, this is the movie that I thought of, but will warn you without spoilers. It's sad.
Great. Wait, hey, let me give you an update on what Yuri is like. Yuri is never happy. Being in love with a woman is a metaphor, and like somebody is probably gonna die. Like when will I live? When can I have a good day? It's rough out there for Yuri enjoyers. Um, yeah, I think a lot of Yuri unfortunately is very unfortunate. It's very sad, and they're typically always like these grandiose tragedies. So you know, hey, shout out to Gundam Witch from Mercury for not being that, but like you know, Everything else, however, it's, watching you, by the way.
Thank you
But
for the follow, Mufasa.
Mufasa, hi. Look at my community coming in saying hi to Matcha. Y'all better show Matcha some love, okay?
Mufa has appeared.
Mm-hmm.
On the concept of odd lowliness, Made in Abyss. Or is Abyss or Abyss?
I've never watched it, and from everything I've ever seen and heard of it after the fact, I'm okay that I've never watched it. I've seen a lot of not good things about it. But I did hear that there was one story that was like extremely tragic about something eating people, something.
God, the whole thing is tragic.
Okay, so whatever. It's bad. Yeah, I've heard that. At least, mind you, that this could be ignorant. I never like did insane research on this, but I've heard of the author having this very specific obsession with these very like tiny childlike characters and the very specific situations that like creatively was decided. Hey, I'm gonna put these characters through that, which.
Yeah, and it's like it's very gory. I will say that it's a lot gorier than I thought it'd be. It's like they're very frightening situations for a kid to go through.
Right.
And it isn't because like the whole thing with Kobayashi,
horror.
That one, oh yeah, it is like horror. The Kobayashi thing is like that was one thing that almost made me drop the series, but surprisingly, nothing in Made in Abyss made me want to drop the series. But it's like, dang, I can't imagine a kid going through all that tragedy. It's more like that.
Yeah, right. From what I have seen of it, it seems again, it's like just torturing like these very small childlike characters. I'm like, I'll pass on it. So like, I never came running to watch it. I've heard that its horror elements are good. So if the idea is like you have innocent, like the children are innocent and pure, so when they're faced with like atrocities, that makes things like you're like, oh, how could that happen? And of course, like, so I think that could be successful as like a story driving element, right? Because that's kind of what made like Attack on Titan it initially very powerful, or something like Full Metal Alchemist, where you have the young protagonist like faced with absolute tragedy and misfortune. So you're like, oh man, that's rough, that's brutal. So like I could see that. Yeah, I just never, that was just one I never bothered to pick up.
Yeah, I think in my perspective, I went through Corpse Party, so I think I can watch anything now.
Yeah. You could. If you're a Corpse Party or like Higurashi when they cry enjoyer, you're fine. It's like just fucking whatever. It's just gonna be like it's just a Tuesday, just Tuesday activities for sure.
Watch both those series too.
Are you a fan? Do you enjoy them?
I don't even know.
It's those are hard ones that you kind of come out of it and you're like, oh, that was certainly media that I consumed. Yeah, I sure did watch those with my two eyes.
It was like I watched it because I wanted to know how it ended more so. It wasn't. I did not enjoy watching the characters go through that. Yeah.
Actually, I have this really specific interest with Higurashi when they cry, because you know how that goes. And for those of you who've never watched it, it is a horror, and there's a variety of kids that are stuck in a time loop, and there's a lot of murder, there's a lot of violence, just absolute off the walls, like terrible things happening. And my favorite, one of my favorite subcategories of things on TikTok is seeing clips of Higurashi when they cry, from like anime clips, and the edits have like these pink glittery like filters on them, and there's like cute like songs, and like there's murder, and like it's very It's like very girly pop, but like what's happening on the screen is like an actual atrocity that's being committed. Something terrible is happening, but like you know, we got some like very ooh woo aesthetics to it. It's glittery. It's very like there's like the neon like cat whiskers and ears being put onto a character, but they're like absolutely like stabbing somebody, and it's like, tee, and like
Oh
just
my
in a silly goofy
god.
mood. It's quirky.
It's kind of like the art direction of Danganronpa, how they made all the gory-ish parts pink.
Right. Okay. I'm that is a series. I love that series very much. I'm a huge fan of Danganronpa.
I love Danganronpa.
It's so good. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite character?
Oh my gosh.
That's hard. I know that's like a very loaded question.
Uh 3 come to mind. Let me get the name of, oh gosh. Cause oh my gosh, what is the girl's name? The girl that had the Lolita dress and the twin tail, she's one.
Oh, Celestia.
Celestia? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's one. I love her and her design. I love what's the girl with the pink hair? She was like the ultimate gamer.
Oh,
she
Chiaki.
Chiaki, and of course, well, Junko.
Yeah, Junko's my favorite character, like without a doubt.
I love Junko.
Baby girl, I love Junko. She is it. She is the mom, and she is an icon, a legend.
She literally went down in history 3 times.
True, at least 3 times. Yeah, no, I'm a big Junko enjoyer. I'm a female villain enjoyer. If you didn't get that vibe for me, I see a female villain, I'm like, I'm taking you. You're mine now.
They're always written so well.
I think that's the thing, is like I'm so much more interested in the compelling stories of a villain more so than like a hero, because I think heroes could be a little obnoxious, but a villain with purpose. Oof.
I remember like there was a webtoon that I read, oh my gosh, such a long time ago. I don't even know if it's still on the app anymore, but it was like a story of a hero that did, you know, the typical hero journey, but then slowly the hero was going through like a whole bunch of stuff, and then when he finally met face to face with the villain, who was a woman, and she was like, well, now what are you gonna do? So because now I took this person hostage, you either have to kill this person to save the world, or, you know, you would have to, it's like the sacrifice of one for the many, and the hero just like, you know what, fuck it, and they just went and just killed the hostage, and then the villain was like, oh, I didn't know you were actually gonna do that.
Oops. Yeah,
so the hero was like slowly going crazy, because they didn't actually want to be the hero.
Yeah, I do like seeing the downfall of a hero too. Like to watch a hero kind of like lose it is pretty good. Like for example, like Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul. Oh. Kaneki's journey is like terrible. It's awful, but like the change, the drastic change in character for him.
Oh yeah,
very cool.
Because he used to be a pushover. Yeah,
he was. I don't want to call him spineless, because that really isn't exactly what he was. He was just a kind boy. He was very kind, and he was shy and timid and nervous. And then you get through the series, and he's lost like all sense of humanity. And like a big part of his journey was trying to maintain a humanity while being this like hybrid, half human, half ghoul. But to see him lose any sense of that and just get lost and become who he does end up becoming is very, it's very good. Unfortunately, in Tokyo Ghoul anime, not good. Tokyo Ghoul manga, very good. I don't know.
He didn't even want to be the hero. He just wanted a girlfriend.
Yeah. He just like me for real. Like, who cares about being a hero?
Girlfriend.
Yeah, who cares about being a hero when you got a girlfriend? It's fine, whatever.
I would hate to be the hero character. That's a lot of responsibility. Lore wise, me as a Matcha, I'm true neutral.
Right. Maybe I'm like chaotic lawful.
That's pretty cool.
Good. That sounds nice.
Because I like won't do any heroic deeds. Because Even though my design is really a lot Genshin based, I'm not gonna be like doing errands for people just like the traveler did.
Right. I'm very I'm morally gray, so I do as I please. That's enough for me.
Like Alice from the Genshin lore, she just did what she wanted.
Yeah. That's it. I do as I please.
That woman was everywhere, and I'm 100% obsessed with Genshin lore. I read all the books in Sumer. I read all the books and games, like all the in-game like stuff. And so when I found out that Alice, like, she went to Dragonspine, and those ruins that you see in Dragonspine and the ones that you see in Mondstadt, she blew them up because she said that they didn't look ruined enough to be called ruins. So she put bombs and then blew it up some more to make them look like they're ruins.
I think she's right for that.
Raiden is chaotic evil. Raiden is chaotic evil until you put some sweets in her face.
Or a pink fox.
Or, yes, or a pink fox.
She just like me, for real. Like, I'm not even... We're the same.
Just committing acts of terrorism, and then you just see a pink fox lady.
Uh-huh. That's it. That's enough for me.
I guess I'll stop nuking this city.
Yeah, it's understanding that I could bring forth the end of days, but if there was just like a cute pink-haired girl, like, okay. Maybe I'll calm down. Maybe I'll just take a nap, have a snack, reevaluate.
Do you prefer sweet or spicy snacks?
Sweet. I'm not really a huge spicy enjoyer, but I'm also not even like a super huge like sweets individual. My thing is coffee. I'm a very caffeinated demon. My favorite dessert is tiramisu.
A woman of class.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is really good. I like spicy more than sweet. And
Right.
I like the type of spicy that like probably will delete my taste buds when I'm older type of spicy.
Oh, you don't, it doesn't have to be that way. Who's forcing you to do that? You don't have to do that.
It's just like years of tolerance. Like me and my dad always cooked extremely spicy food since I was a kid. So I'm just like, just used to it. And now the hot sauce that I have that I put on everything, I just found out that it's like 800,000 on Scoville scale. I have a problem.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as you're happy and safe, I suppose this is fine.
I can eat sweets, and I love sweets, but I like chocolate chip cookies more than anything. But
Ooh, a good solid classic chocolate chip is always good.
yeah, but like one of my friends in the household that I live at, he introduced me to tres leches cake. I love it.
Ma'am.
I love it.
Tres leches is very good. I'd put that second to tiramisu.
I can't choose at first. I don't know if I like chocolate chip cookies, tres leches. Oh, I do like red velvet cake.
Red velvet. Partial to the red.
Oh yeah, I'm very biased to red. But
Red
who
is
isn't though?
Very good color. Yeah, red is a very good color. It's my favorite.
Red is a symbol for like passion. Would you describe yourself as a passionate person?
Yes. Yes. I mean, hey, after this interview, would you say I'm passionate?
Yes.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Well, we've come full circle.
Some people say it's half chocolate, half flan. Is flan the pudding?
Yeah, that would be like the pudding part.
God, I haven't had pudding in years.
Yeah, I'm flan is okay to me. It's not something I'm running to eat. It's all right. If I have it, I have it.
Yeah.
I think bread pudding is a little like different because it's getting more into like cake territory. I think bread pudding is better than regular pudding.
Matcha pudding. I've actually never had matcha pudding before. I mainly just had matcha on its own and matcha lattes.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of like matcha-fy anything.
You can matcha-fy anything.
You
can absolutely matcha-fy anything.
I love matcha. But I think my favorite, well, matcha's not coffee, matcha's a tea, but matcha's my favorite green tea. My favorite coffee is vanilla latte.
Oh, vanilla's good.
Double
Do you
shot
like it sweet?
espressos.
Never mind, you don't. You want double espresso. I understand. Yeah, I don't put like any sugar in my coffee. I just kind of drink it as is. I like a good latte, good macchiato.
Macchiatos are good. Do you prefer Americanos?
No, I hate Americano. Because if I'm going through the process of ordering a coffee, I want to have a like essentially I'm going for like the latte experience. Americano being espresso with water is disrespectful. I want something more. I crave for something more. I actually I used to be a barista.
I wanted to try being a barista or a bartender.
Yeah, your hot demon mommy over here used to don the apron, and I used to make coffee. Very passionate about coffee.
Oh my gosh! I love coffees. I have an espresso machine at home. I won it in a raffle at work. Actually, I got stupid lucky.
Excellent. I'm actually we're raising funds for me to get a new espresso machine because mine died. So no! I've been in mourning. I have unfortunately been in mourning ever since she broke. I had her for like 3 years, and it was just her time, and we had to part ways. It is without a doubt the hardest breakup I've ever been through, and I'm still recovering and healing from this this instance. So we are raising funds for a brand new espresso machine. And I've already told my community that we are throwing a gigantic party the day that espresso machine gets funded, and I'm going all out that day for like I'm not even joking. I'm hosting an entire event based off of the full funding of that espresso machine.
Oh my gosh! My condolences. I didn't realize you took such a heavy loss.
Thank you. It's been. Oh, these have been trying times, and I'm, I think of her. I think of her every day. And
how do you make your coffee now?
I'm doing pour overs. So
I just started doing pour overs.
Pour overs are good. I have a cute little setup, but it's not a full blown espresso machine. But I do have a frother, so I'm frothing some almond milk. I'm brewing some. Right now I have some Brazilian coffee, so I'm brewing some espresso, and then I mix the two, and I we're getting through the day, and one day I will find a new love.
That's true. I used a French press before I got my espresso
French
machine.
Press is good. A French press is quite lovely.
The espresso machine has changed my life, though. Not even being dramatic.
No. They are in fact life changing, and the same way having one is equally as changing as losing one. So I'm right there with you, and I can't wait for a brand new espresso machine one day.
Hey yo, that $5,000 foot pick is gonna get you a really good espresso machine.
That's crazy. I think the one I want, or the one that we're trying to get is, hold on, I'll tell you right now. It is the Breville Barista Express. So and what's funny is that is a high-end machine, but that is still inexpensive in the grand scheme of like what a lot of artisan like espresso machines go for. They go up to like the thousands. Don't need all that now, but we're trying to get the Breville Barista Express. I think would be quite lovely.
That would be a fantastic. Oh my gosh, I know you're gonna be so freaking happy.
I will cry. I will in fact cry. I will lay on the floor and cry. I'm not even being dramatic. I will be beside myself when that happens.
Oh my gosh. Well, Guys, somebody please buy one of her feet pics.
One of her feet pics. Yeah, I'm, you know, oh, to be in love again.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we were talking on a tangent for so long, I 100% forgot about the questions. Well, the only thing we actually have left are just the closing questions.
Yeah.
For wrapping up. So, what are Syrene's feet pic? Oh, yeah, you weren't here for that door.
Oh.
So we collectively agreed that one of Syrene's feet pic during her subathon would be $5,000.
Oh my god.
So if you want to contribute, you already know where to reach her.
Yep, and that will most certainly get a espresso machine without a doubt. That's crazy.
So for one of the closing questions is what would you say one of your main highlights in your VTuber community is? Like one thing that really helped you stand out in the VTuber community.
As far as like my community goes. Well, we talked a little bit about it earlier, which is like my community is insane. They are so kind and giving. These guys are I don't want to say that like they're on their best behavior because they know that they act up. They know that they do. They know that they tease me, you know. But they're genuinely so good, and the love that they also show to my friends, and like whenever I'm like raiding and stuff like that, like they are on it. They are like so filled with love, if that makes sense. And so I think that like as a community, that I'm so happy that I could look at my community and be like, look at them go. They are filled with, you know, all of this love, and they're looking to do incredible things. Like they show up for everybody, not just me. Like they show up for everybody. And I'm a part of a cute little like tight knit group of friends. And you know, I don't always advertise like where I'm at. I'll just like pop into chat sometimes, and I see them there. I'm like, hi guys. Like you know, it's like I'm off the clock. I'm like, hi. You know. So I'm so happy and proud of them to see them always giving back to us. And I know as a group of, you know, friends, all of us are very thankful for all of them. You know, and again, it like we love talking to them, and they know who they are. They're literal regulars for all of us now. So it's cool to see them not interact with me, but like interact with everybody else. And it's seeing like that familiarity and the comfortability and communication that we get to regularly have. It's incredible, and it's you know, remarkable. But of course, on brand with being a part of the Rose Castle, they flex that, and I'm just really proud of that. I'm proud of what we are doing as a community, and all the things that we'll continue to do as a community. So it's very, very cool.
Aww. So the whole purpose of this podcast is so that you can be able to reflect on yourself like a year from now. So say a year from now you see this VOD and you see like your answers and stuff. So you want to compare your past self to your future self. For the future you that will possibly be seeing this VOD, what would you like to see your future self have achieved at this time?
Oh my god. Message to future Syrene from past Syrene. I'm sure you got this. I'm sure some of this might even be, you know, silly in hindsight because you just started, and I'm sure I'll be proud of you in a year from now. And I hope that that version of you is proud of the version of you a year from then. I think that I'm hoping that I could look back at this and be like, look at her. She was so brand new, and she just started. But I'm hoping to see that the future Syrene continue to work as hard as I'm still working, like to not pump the brakes, just to keep going, and to, you know, I have goals. I have so many goals and they're ambitious, but like do not stop and continue to work very, very hard on them. And I think I'll see that. I have a lot of faith that I will see that. So I'm sure that maybe even some of it might be silly because maybe some of it'll be like, duh, we did that. But I think a lot of it will still be like understanding the nerves behind being new and hopefully one day I could laugh and be like, Tee, you're a tiny little guy, look at me now. I have very high hopes for a wonderful future, and I don't know what all is to come my way, right? Like what opportunities, but I'm very hopeful that good things will come. So I'm really excited to see what future Syrene has cooked up, and I'm sure future Syrene could look back at this and be like, you didn't even know, Bozo. You didn't even know it. You weren't even aware. um, so I'm passing on that torch to her, and I hope that she could look back at this and understand that we came from a really silly small place, and hopefully we get to go somewhere cooler.
What tips do you have for other baby VTubers out there? I know you said that you yourself are new, but
Yeah, for baby VTuber, do not allow yourself to be overwhelmed, because it can be overwhelming, and I can't say like you can't be, but don't let that overwhelming feeling deter you, and to have an idea and see it through. Like if you want to do this, do it. There is nothing stopping you. And I do know, especially, and we've lightly discussed it, like some of the stuff is a bit of a luxury. I can't even say that it's not, because it gets expensive. There's a lot of financial, monetary costs behind all of these things, but it doesn't have to be, and there are ways to start without it being as expensive. There's a lot of ways. So do not allow big things or anything of that nature to deter you from starting. Another thing is, do not compare yourself to others. You are very uniquely you. So show people that. Show people who you are, and don't be afraid to do that. People want to meet you, and that's like a huge thing. Is you'll be very surprised with the friends that you make in this community. You'll be surprised with the people you meet in the community. It doesn't even have to be friends, acquaintances, whatever. There are so many doors that open upon doing this, so it's exciting, it's fun. Like do it. Do it, see it through, see what happens. You never know until you take that leap of faith. You have to walk those steps, and you should never be fearful of taking those steps. What you should be scared of is not moving at all. So definitely something to do.
oh,
You got this.
well, it was so much fun doing this with you, and thank you to everybody who's joined us today. We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up, get a raid going, and to everybody that's staying up late on my end of the things, because it's like 11:20, 11:30, 11:30, so it's getting a little bit late. But thank you all so much. We are gonna pick somebody to unfortunately nobody else that I know from Okimi is on, so I'm gonna choose somebody random. Gonna choose somebody playing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, that's like the game right now. You got it.
For real.
Also, yes, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, it was wonderful having you. I'm glad that I always meet somebody on the show that has something insanely in common with me. So I'm glad that I have an anime fanatic that I can talk about. Oh yeah, hey, don't let the demon mommy fool you. Like I'm one nerd. I'm a nerd. Hey, you can be hot and be a nerd, okay? Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But all right, thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna go ahead and raid Lil Poogie, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Bye.